Now that summer is here, it feels a lot harder to get into a rhythm that I'm accustomed to. And I feel like my running has dwindled because of the weather and also time constraints for myself that that I can't fit in a 30-40 minute run. And I recognize that I can make time and I can prioritize for it, but I find myself finding other things to do to prioritize my time, and that's not something that I'm proud of. But I know that building back the rhythm of running 3 to 4 times a week is not possible at this current time in my life. I mean, I'll do a few runs here and there, and and you know have a week, just one or two, and then just call it. And maybe because my mind is other places. My mind is racing to think about other things, and that's perfectly fine when you prioritize other things. Like when I was training for a marathon, of course I want to prioritize running into my regimen. Now that I'm no longer running, it seems like weight training is number one, and trying to push heavier weights is a lot more physically and mentally demanding. Like, I can't picture pushing heavier weights without being fully invested. Sure, I can load the weight on. I can put the pin to a higher weight, but when I lift that weight, I don't feel mentally connected to pushing it. I my mental my mental strength of moving weight is not there. It's not strong enough. And I think building back a rhythm of more reps, heavier weights, and then occasionally sprinkling in doing a max weight or doing a 1 to 3 reps is something that's more in line with who I am. So getting back to the rhythm for me looks like running 3 to 4 times a week, trying to maximize volume of weight moved, and then also honing in on what I eat and how my body feels. How is the recovery portion of weight training? Recovery is so underrated. Recovery, I think, is the number one thing when it comes to building muscle and building endurance. So this week I had 2 runs. One was a 3.5 miles, and then the other one was a 4.5 miles. I felt really good. The temperature currently is like high 80s, so it's very difficult to run because the heat just drains your battery a lot more than if you have ideal conditions. But what's running without unideal conditions? That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.